something is wrong in this country. The divisiveness, the rhetoric, the othering has got to stop.
Less than 24 hours into this news cycle, and we have a brand new hashtag, 1-800-CALL-FBI. In other words, 1-800-CALL the worst domestic terror cell known to humankind. And we've got the left and the right who continue to be swayed by their emotions. We're going to go over this real quick. This is a news brief for the person of interest in the Charlie Kirk shooting. Let's take a look at this.
This image, these two images were shared by the FBI Salt Lake City X account, in which the account posted, "We are asking for the public's help identifying this person of interest in connection with the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University." It includes the 1-800-CALL-FBI number and then a link to digital media tips.
Just to set this in the context in which it should be set, the FBI, who worked with the DOJ, who released the Epstein cell video, which turned out to be a complete lie, is asking for public support to bring this guy to justice.
Yeah, and this is interesting because when we took the press briefing earlier, one of the officials stated that they were not going to release their video or any identity that they have now. They were withholding that for now. They believe that they could find this suspect, or now person of interest as they're calling them. There is a difference. This person of interest at this moment now asking for the public. That tells you that they may have not been able to do it on their own. Now they need your help. So again, if you're watching, if you're listening, if you could look on your screen now, if you are in that area, the Utah area, surrounding area, this is a person of interest. If you know this person, you can call 1-800-CALL-FBI. If you recognize this person, if you saw this person at that event, you can. This is the actual statement from X, from FBI Salt Lake City Division. We're asking for the public's help identifying this person of interest in connection with the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk. 1-800-CALL-FBI. We know that they found a high-powered bolt-action rifle that was recovered. They believed to be used. The casing was still in the rifle. It was only one shot that it took that assassinated, that claimed the life of Kirk.
A high-powered bolt-action rifle. That's a new one.
They found the suspect's footwear, palm print, forearm. They believe that this person is college age. We don't know if the suspect is also the person of interest here on your screen. You would assume that's it, but again, just separating facts from what we know so far.
And on the emotional front, here's Jillian Michaels making an emotional plea to stop all the division.
Do people realize sort of what Charlie was about?
Some of us do, some of us clearly don't. What I want to say about Charlie is that he and I had numerous disagreements. I'm a woman who's married to a woman, and despite that, he invited me on his podcast. He had me speak at his Turning Point event. He platformed me. He retweeted me. This is a guy that was willing to engage in debate to resolve disagreements. And the fact that I am seeing...
Well, to listen to disagreements, but Charlie wasn't there, and no propagandist, no media political propagandist is there to resolve issues. They're there to foment issues and to cause division. It's a divide and conquer strategy. That's what politics is. But don't worry, no bankers were harmed in the creation of this crisis, and they will not let this good crisis go to waste. And before I let her continue talking, would it hurt anybody's feelings if we just call Charlie Kirk what he actually was? A highly effective and influential propagandist who deceived a lot of young Americans into voting for a PDF file protecting ruling class, a Second Amendment hating father of the vax swine, while making coherent arguments against the easy to defeat leftist.
Celebration.
If you have a disagreement about what I'm saying here, Charlie Kirk is just as much of a rightist propagandist as Midas Touch or Brian Tyler Cohen or Kyle Kulinski are leftist propagandists. Are propagandists actually helping America become better, or are they increasing division? are they fomenting the divide that politics actually is. It's inherent in politics to be divisive, to be violent, to utilize euphemistic rhetoric to keep us away from each other, fighting each other, and unable and incapable of seeing who our true enemies are.
And I'm not going to point fingers. I'm not going to make this about any red, blue. I don't want to be divisive here, but this is disgusting.
I don't want to be divisive here. Jillian, this is what you are. This is what media, political pundit propagandists are. This is what they do. This is what Charlie Kirk does. This is what you do. This is what you guys do for a living. This is your gravy train. This is how you make money. Politics is the clever and deceptive art of using euphemisms, lies, emotionalism, and fear-mongering in order to dupe average people into accepting and even demanding the chains of their own enslavement. And the most effective way to utilize politics is to create that divide. That's what you do every single day on your podcast.
I got a tweet from my daughter today. I'm not thinking clearly. I got a text from my daughter today telling me that kids at her school were celebrating. Okay, at my daughter's high school. Something is wrong in this country. The divisiveness, the rhetoric, the othering has got to stop.
It's such virtue signaling. This is what you do. This is your bread and butter. And don't tell me for 1 second that there wouldn't be celebration if something like this happened to a Joe Biden or a Kamala Harris or a Barack Obama. Give me a break.
Now.
As we said, the both sides part, I think it's worth noting, Shelby, I'll give you the last 15, 20 seconds. 9/11 tomorrow morning. President Trump's supposed to go to New York, be at a Yankees game. Do those plans change?
I don't think that they change. As far as I know, he's still scheduled to be at the Pentagon in the morning and then go to the Yankees game in the evening. I do think that we're going to see some schedule changes over the next few days. I would not be surprised if a horde of top officials from the administration go to his funeral. Again, this is...
And why would a horde of top officials go to Charlie Kirk's funeral? Because Charlie Kirk was a highly influential mover and shaker in the Republican stratosphere. Charlie Kirk had a lot of power and influence even over political leaders. We heard from Jesse Waters yesterday on Faux News that he was able to influence policy. It's argued that if it wasn't for Charlie Kirk, Arizona wouldn't have been won for Donald Trump.
Personally affecting the highest levels of the administration.
And don't think Sky News Australia isn't going to be left out of this equation.
Here's more coverage from MSNBC.
Charlie Kirk is a divisive figure, polarizing, lightning rod, whatever term you want to use.
Again, divisive figure. I mean, how on earth is that okay when someone, as you say, a husband, a father has...
But he is divisive and polarizing, just like Sky News is divisive and polarizing, and the counterfeit news network, CNN, MSLSD, MSDNC, whatever you want to call it, are all polarizing. Every one of them, that's their job, is to create polarization, is to create division so that we can be easily conquered. That's your jobs. And now you're pretending to be outraged at the thought that somebody might call Charlie Kirk divisive and polarizing. This is disgusting, man. The psychological operations going on here is off the frickin' charts.
Just being killed, and he was loved by so many people, and we saw him, of course.
So was Kissinger and Zbigniew Brzezinski and Caesar and Nero and Hitler. They were loved by so many. So you can't call them polarizing and divisive if they're loved by so many. Is that the criteria that we're going by now?
Lose his life doing what he loved, fighting for America, and made such a positive impact on...
He wasn't fighting for America. He was fighting for Zio banksters. He was fighting for the elitists. He was fighting for the guy who said, take the guns first, due process second, Mike. He was fighting for the father of the back swine. One of the last physical acts that Charlie Kirk did was throwing out number 47 hats into a adoring audience that he helped to hoodwink.
So many people, he reached people right around the world. We're feeling it here in Australia. But those comments, divisive figure, I mean, he was someone that of course was happy to debate controversial issues. He didn't shy away from that. But I just do not accept that kind of language to describe Charlie Kirk on the day that he died. You know,
look how fragile, look how weak, look how pathetic the right has become. Oh God, this hurts our feelings because you said the truth about a polarizing and divisive figure. Now you got Marjorie Taylor Greene calling for the banning of any video that actually shows what happened to Charlie Kirk. Where are we? Then you got Patrick Bet-David's church-like emotional reaction.
How many guys know what just happened in the last hour and 15 minutes? Who has no clue what just happened in the last hour and 15 minutes? Hour and 15 minutes, we've been going back and forth. Report just came 5 minutes ago. Charlie Kirk was shot and he's dead. Yes. When I'm coming on the stage, I was coming on the stage to start a prayer for him because it wasn't announced. Vinny comes up and tells me.
Now they play the sad chorus, correct chord progression, emotion evoking music.
Charlie's dead. Kelly comes and signals to me, Charlie's dead.
And then we have Heavy Duty Country, who mentioned me in his last video and played a little clip, primarily, but never answered my direct criticism to him. If you want me to, I will deal with this video in the next video, but I'm just going to leave this right here. Trending right now is 1-800-CALL-FBI. If you think I missed something, if you think I overstepped the bounds, if you think that I said something that was absolutely wrong and needs to be corrected, please leave your thoughts about this for the world in the Global Thought Police in the comment section below. I will see you in the next video.